God sucked ass at cable management. Who did it better? Cable Management Edition. So Mac doesn't support Windows, but at least it supports doors. Props to yesterday's post for making me realize I'm an idiot. Apparently I'm finding out that a lot of people just don't want to use the M2 standoffs that come with your motherboard or SSD. Both my motherboard and NVMe came without screws or standoffs. Edit. The amount of people trying to play detective and find my missing M2 screws in this thread is a little over the top. Relax, guys. And quat. My PC shut off suddenly and won't turn back on. And quat. I was trying to create a partition of 1 terabyte. This CPU on display in a children's museum. Microprocessor. Seems like they could have actually shown the side where the microprocessor is instead. Screw your 40W PO standard, 2. 4kW for the win. And quat. My computer blue screens and reboots all the time and quat. Sir, you have put your storage in a chokehold. Sometimes it will pass out and crash your computer. Quote. DJ Electrocutioner. DJ Fire Hazard. Give this DJ a name. M2 SSD screws are overrated. This gaming computer I found on FB Marketplace. Genuine question, can people not read? Tech support Gore. 561, 837 members, 308 online. You will cringe to the brink of passing out after a few minutes looking at this subreddit. Do not post here. Asking for tech support. Tech posts about. Pinned posts a friendly reminder. This is not a tech. After about 15 years in IT. No, they can't, nor will they until you force them, even with included pictures with highlights, or arrows and similar. What does the word and quat, fragile and quat, mean? Well, fuck. Hopefully it's just a bypass cap that's not actually needed. And quat. Little did they know, it was the most important part needed. And quat. Morgan Freeman voice. That's where all the CUDA cores are. Well, let's be honest. A3049 now. Speed holes. They make the switch go faster. My workplace dead battery storage. Let me ask you a question. When you came pulling in here, did you notice a sign out in front of my house that said and quat, dead battery storage and quat? We had a company come today to evaluate our old fleet of MacBooks. I had them neatly stacked vertically along the shelf. They decided they want to play expensive Jenga. Don't know if my math is right, but that's around $55,000 according to what I know these Butterfly i5 Pros go for. I counted 6.5 stacks plus some retinas. Closing parenthesis. These are actually 2019 MacBook Airs with the Intel chip. I think their going price per unit is $400 Australian dollars, but I'm really not sure what they are being sold for as bulk pricing fluctuates a lot depending on the condition of the devices. Holy broodmother. He's tiled his desktop. Creative. Great cable management at a sports bar. How I received this brand new Asus 850W power supply. That's clearly the fan's capacitor. To stabilize the airflow. Gangsta fan. Someone put a cap in its ass. My new flash drive. User states the device and quat. pops and smokes a little and quat. Found your connection issue. My iMac 2007 model arrived. In pieces. That's what 15 years in the mail system will do. Deathbox. Every time someone comments and quat, "It's not stupid if it works and quat," I'm going to reply with this. This apparently works, but it's fucking stupid. RIP 2020-2022. According to the manager, sometimes you have to shake the cable to get the internet back. FML. What my Gigabyte GPU waterblock looks like after 3 months. More info in comments. Edit. Additional photos link. This is an Infi 8 Swarm Mk2 from Overclockers Company, UK. The GPU is a GeForce RTX 3080 Gaming OC Waterforce WB 10 grams Vir 1.0. I was noticing issues with the processor temperature, frequent bubbles in the processor waterblock, brown staining of the pipes and the dye condensing into crystals obstructing the water flow. I posted on Watercooling asking for advice, and after noticing the GPU model they suggested to look at its waterblock. That's when I saw this. Turns out that Gigabyte cheaped out on the block materials and hid that fact in their marketing materials. So while it got okay reviews, problems commonly occur after weeks of use once the corrosion begins. Some more info on the problem here. It seems the corrosion process in the GPU was releasing gas, rust particles and condensing the dye, which were then spread throughout the circuit, causing my other issues. Luckily Overclockers Company, UK will refund the product, but I have to pay shipping to the UK and it's a very heavy machine, so I'm out a few $100, but it could be worse, I guess. One thing I've learned is to Google and quat, device problems and quat, and in quat, device corrosion and quat, for all components before any future purchase, even for a professionally pre-built machine from a reputable seller. The second post you quoted literally begins with the statement that aluminum and copper should not be used together under any circumstances, and for a good cause. The manufacturer was literally dumb enough to end up with a severe case of galvanic corrosion and thought it was totally okay for a PC worth £4,500, or $5,000 at today's rate. I just can't believe how absurd it sounds.